How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. And by welcome back, I really mean that for me. Man, it's been a while. Sorry, no webcam today. My camera is acting all kinds of fucked up right now. Don't know why. Don't know if it's the cord or like the connection to my computer or what. But yeah, no webcam today. But yeah, we're gonna jump into some threes here. We got a lot of stuff to talk about actually. Kind of why I'm making this video, but not really. But also kind of. I hit two in twos. I hit champ with a friend of mine, so been feeling kind of good. But it's not the main thing I want to talk about today. The main thing I want to talk about today is there's just been a lot of stuff going on in Rocket League. Sorry, I had to, I had to focus up there. We're stuck on our own goal line. But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff just going on in Rocket League. I don't know how long ago it was that I made the last video, but they've canceled the LAN and made it the North American Championship, and then the European Championship, and then the South American Championship, and then the Oceanic Championship. As thanks. But yeah, they canceled that a while ago. I don't remember if that was before or after the last video that I made. But they did. For better or for worse, I don't agree with it, especially not making them LAN events. Like, I'm okay with them canceling like the world event. Like, I think that that's probably fine. But like the fact that these North America Championship and everything, like the fact that those aren't even like LAN events is kind of upsetting and frustrating. I feel like they definitely could have done that at least for North America. I don't know how Europe is doing with the whole coronavirus thing. I imagine that they're at least, kind of handling it at this point. I mean, it's not like this is a new thing, right? Like people are getting vaccines and everything. But yeah, I'm just a little disappointed that they're not having at least the championships be LAN events. Like I feel like they definitely could have. Especially with, I know like Ubisoft has like a lot more power and control and money than like Psyonix does, but like we just had the Six Invitational not that long ago, and they were able to have a worldwide LAN basically with teams from all over. Granted, two of the teams that were supposed to go did have COVID issues and weren't able to actually like go, but like it wasn't like they got it at the event and then couldn't participate. Like they had COVID issues before they even departed to go to France. So like those were just always going to be issues. I tried to get a touch on that and just didn't get it. But yeah, like I don't know. It's just kind of frustrating to see Rocket League making those decisions, and they made it. It's such a like. It seemed like such a bad time too, right? Because like they made it right at the end of the like regional, right? So like all these teams that are vying for a possible spot at Worlds now basically just have like nothing really to like aspire to. Like they're not actually like going to achieve anything, right? Like there's nothing that they're working towards. Like they canceled the LAN, they canceled the North American Championship is still a thing, but like they're not. It just doesn't feel the same, especially because it's not even a LAN. Like there's no fans that are gonna be there, which I didn't figure there'd be fans there anyway. But like it just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. And then on top of all that, while they were hosting while they were having the that major, like right after they made that announcement, while they were hosting the major, they had that shitty call with Space Station when they played Envy, where Sypical disconnected, and they were like, "Yeah, no, that's like we're just gonna say that he couldn't make a play on the ball," when very clearly he could have. But like, yeah, that's just gonna be our shitty excuse to not let Space Station, get this game back. Yeah, so that was fucking dumb. And then even on top of all that, Reddles went on, was like streaming afterward, and he like ended his stream, and then he went on like in a Discord call with, I think it was with Roldiz, who's one of the hosts for First Touch, which is like their podcast that they have on Twitch, on the Rocket League Twitch. And he basically called out the admins and Psyonix as a whole, and like the tournament organizers and everything, for getting the call wrong. And it's very clear to everybody that was watching the event and watching the replays afterward. It's very clear to everybody that Reddles is 100% right. That they just blatantly got the call wrong and basically fucked SSG out of that game. Like, there's no guarantee that Space Station win that game. That's my bad. Like, there's no guarantee that Space Station win that game, but there's definitely a better chance of them winning it if they like reset that overtime. All you have to do is go into a private lobby and make it first to score wins. That's all you got to do. Like, they handled it so terribly that Reddles went on an absolute tirade and got suspended for day one of the major, or day one of the like the regional, or whatever it was, right? And SSG ended up making it through, and it didn't really matter anyway. But like, it was just such a stupid ruling, and then they suspended him for calling them out when he was clearly correct. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm very pro like calling people out when they fuck shit up. Like, one of the biggest examples is like just in regular sports, when an official fucks up a call and it costs a team a game, players and coaches aren't allowed to call out the officials, or they get fined or suspended. And I think that it's the absolute dumbest thing on the planet that you're not allowed to call out the officials. Like, it's the dumbest shit that you can't call anybody out for fucking it up. Right? Like, think about it. If you fuck up at your job, what happens? Right? You get called out, and then you probably, lose your job, or, you get suspended without pay or whatever. Right? But officials just go back out on the field the next week. And those admins just went right back into the next like match or whatever, the same day or the same week or the following week or whatever. And that's just so dumb to me that there wasn't any repercussions. He says on his right, so I'll send it to him. Do it to him. Aw, close. But yeah, it was just like, that whole situation to me was just so fucked because Reddles got punished for being right. And then even on top of all of this, on top of all of the things that Psyonix has fucked up, there's the announcements that they made yesterday. So NRG coach Sizz, which I'm sure a lot of you know about or know of, and I'm sure by a lot of you I mean the 3 people that watch my videos. All 3 of you have probably heard of Sizz, whether that's from his streaming or from Rizzo's streaming or from when he was a professional player on Rogue, or when he was on Atelier, or whatever the case. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of Sizz. He and Rizzo and Fireburner. Rizzo recently retired, former pro on G2 and Take 3, and Fireburner, retired player formerly of NRG, and he also coached Cloud9 when they were still in Rocket League. They were playing in the Intel World Open, which is this really big event that's like country-based, right? So like, there's USA teams, and then there's French teams, and then there's Spanish teams, and whatever. And like all the players on the team have to like be from the country that they're representing, right? So Sizz, Fireburner, and Rizzo are all from the US, so they're playing in the US like event, and they like lost a game because Sizz lagged or something, or like I don't know. Sizz was doing his usual complaining about lag, and he called out all the Psyonix employees, and like I can't remember the exact quote, but he basically called them a bunch of monkeys and told them to shove the entire Psyonix like skyscraper up his ass. And it was actually a really funny rant, and I'll try to like find the clip of it and post it in the description so you guys can watch it. But yeah, he basically just went on this massive tirade on Psyonix, and they suspended him from coaching in the semifinal of said North American Championship that's coming up here in like a week or so, or 2 weeks. It's about 2 weeks. And they just suspended him for, and this wasn't an NRG thing. This wasn't like NRG disciplined him by saying, you know, Sizz, we're not gonna let you coach. This was a Psyonix thing. And I feel like absolutely Sizz went like too far. Like, you can't just call the entire company a bunch of monkeys. I think he said brainless monkeys, and expect to not have any repercussions. But at the same time, I feel like he does have a point. Like, it has been 7 years, or not 7 years. It's been like basically 6 years since Rocket League came out, 2015. And there's still a lot wrong with this game that I feel like shouldn't be all that hard to fix. Granted, I'm not a game developer. I'm not a game like programmer. I don't know what all goes into it. But I feel like there's a lot of stuff that Psyonix could have in this game that they don't, that could be relatively like simple to fix, I guess. I don't know. And they just don't, because they're too busy partnering with Ford and Ferrari to put in, and NASCAR to put in $20 virtual cars that we all spend money on. I just got faked out so hard right there. I don't have any boost now, so teammate's got to get to that, and he doesn't. We're throwing, dude. But yeah, just like stupid shit happened and whatever, and Sizz lagged, and he bitched about how laggy the servers are and everything. And then they suspended him for just the semifinal. And I'm like, how does that work since he's a coach? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like all the coach does is like sit as like basically a spectator in the match, and is just like, all he does is contact the admins, like if there's an issue. So like, if there is like an issue, like what happened with Space Station, Sizz is supposed to be the guy that's like, oh hey, we need a pause or whatever, please, thank you. So like now one of the players, like Garrett, has to do it, or like now Justin has to do it. Like, that was a really good save by the opponent, by the way. But like now Squishy has, like, one of the players has to like alt tab out of the game and call for a pause in the Discord, not in the in-game chat, in the Discord that they're in, like in the Rocket League like Pro RLCS Discord or whatever. So now he's got to alt tab out of the game to call for a pause that maybe in that time the other team scores, and then the pause comes after the goal. Like, I don't know. It just seems like really dumb to me that Sizz is getting punished for this. Like, it also just feels weird that they would like punish a coach by doing this. Like, after you guys just had an issue with a coach calling for a pause, and you're gonna suspend a coach in a big event that something like this could happen. Like, I don't know. It just all seems really weird to me. Maybe that's just because, like I said, I'm very pro calling people out when they're like doing their bullshit or whatever, and Psyonix hasn't exactly done a whole lot to please a whole lot of people. That's an awesome dunk. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like players and coaches should be able to express their displeasure more than what they're currently given. And that may sound like, I don't know, it may sound like really minuscule because like there hasn't been an issue up until now, right? Like, but now that there is an issue, like, it's an issue. You've had a fan favorite player and a fan favorite coach both get suspended in the last month for calling out stuff that Psyonix really should have had fixed by now. Like, RLCS is not a new thing. Playing in the pandemic is not a new thing. We've been dealing with RLCS for 5 years. We've been dealing with the pandemic for well over a year now. Like, these are not new situations that Psyonix is being put in. These are things that they should have handled. And I know, like, this video is running a little bit long, but I promise this is the last game. Mostly because I'm running out of stuff to talk about. But yeah, like, I don't know. It just feels like a really weird, like, situation. That's just open. I thought there was going to be somebody else going to have to try to demo. But it's just free. But yeah, like, I don't know. It just feels like the timing for a lot of this is really weird. Like, the whole cancellation of the LAN taking place, like, while they're competing to try to make the final spots for LAN. Like, G2, KCP, now Shopify, Rebellion, and FaZe were all... That's my fault. We're all still competing to get those last 2 spots for the LAN. And then they just kind of said, yeah, no, that's not really happening. Like, that's not a thing anymore. When there are other esports that are going back to LAN events, they're just not having fans. Like, they could have had the regionals that they have set up without fans, but as a LAN, and it would have been awesome. Like, that would have been so much better than what they're currently have set up. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the format, but it's basically just like 27 trillion games of Rocket League over like 4 days. But yeah, I don't know, like, Psyonix has given all of us like this super awesome game, and they have done a lot of things right. Like, I think the format for RLCS, I love this split format. I love a lot of the stuff that they're doing with that. I love that they've made Rocket League free to play. I think that was one of the best changes that they've had just ever since Rocket League came out, was making it free to play. Like, there has been a lot of stuff that Psyonix has done well. But it just seems like over the last, like, month and a half or so, they've just fucked up so many things. And they're not, like, small things, right? Like, these are not small things. Like, a coach getting suspended and a player getting suspended for at least some of a very, like, major tournament. Like, that's not a small thing. And it just seems like they're, like, all the big decisions that they've had to make the last month and a half or 2 months, they've just kind of fucked it. That was a terrible shot. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about all those situations. Like, I'm sure there are a lot of you guys that probably agree with them not having a LAN. Which, I mean, like I said, I'm totally fine with them not having a worldwide LAN. Like, I don't know where the LAN was going to take place this year if it happened. Like, I'm totally fine with them not having a LAN and not having people try to go, you know, cross country or cross oceans, you know, stuff like that. But I do feel like not having these regional events as LANs is really, really silly. That was a bad touch by me. It's fine. They fucked it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that and about the whole Retals thing. I know a lot of this stuff is like really far behind, but you know, that's how we do. we are super delayed. Can't believe that went in. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all this as we try to hold out the last 2 minutes or so of this game. I finally got champ, so you know we're trying to get champ now in 3s as well. But yeah, there's just been a lot of stuff going on. I feel like a lot of it isn't being handled as well as it could be. But let me know if I'm wrong. You know, I'm sure this is gonna like get me canceled in Rocket League or something. But you know, at this point, I don't have anything to lose. So you know, there was also I probably shouldn't talk about this, but there's also that kid that like got the GIF your game like goal of the year. He got that taken away from him because of stuff that he said like in game and over Discord and stuff, which again, very similarly to Rocket League, you know, like if that's their prize, they can, you know, determine who wins it as much as they please. But I feel like giving it to the kid and then taking it away because of stuff that he said, uh, you know, not exactly the best look. I still love Gift Your Game. Like I think Gift Your Game is an awesome like program. Nice shot. As that should lock up this third. Wow, we're gonna go 3-0 in a game that I talk about how pissed off I am about some of the decisions Psyonix has made. Yeah, I feel like they should have either, you know, like, I don't know. It feels like one of those like do your research better type things. I don't know. It just felt kind of weird to me that they gave it to him, and then like after it was submitted and after the dude was like super happy about it, they pulled up like these like really bad messages. Like I do not blame them at all for taking it away. Oh, team, come on. And then the funniest part was, so like part of the reason that they took it away was like he was telling people to like kill themselves like over Discord messages, and he was saying like these really shitty things. And then he posted a screenshot of all these like Twitter DMs and Twitter like replies to the tweet of him like saying that he was leaving Twitter, and they were telling him to kill himself. And it's like do people not see the problem with this? I don't know. Like I didn't do anything this game. I just fucking ranted for 20 minutes and didn't do anything. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all that stuff. Fake? Oh shit. Well, it'd be nice if our teammate didn't go AFK, but I still should have hit that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all that. Do you think that any of those decisions were right or wrong, or why not, in the comments down below? And let me know if you're excited for the championships coming up here in about 2 weeks or so. Yeah, about 2 weeks, I think. I didn't do anything that last game. But yeah, let me know who you guys are rooting for. You know, we got G2, NRG, Envy, Space Station, FaZe, and Rogue in North America, and then in Europe we've got BDS, Vitality, and 4 teams that probably aren't gonna have a chance. Oh, Guild's been looking pretty good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed, dislike it if you don't. This is kind of an anomaly in being this long, but yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. We'll shorten up the vids for next time, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.